It's actually Wednesday. Claire, you talked about finding your identity in Christ and kind of like maybe not sometimes feeling like you're beautiful, and then Carrie talked about that, and Kat talked about that. And, I mean, I guess it's just something we all struggle with. I definitely struggle with it still. I mean, it's funny, I feel like I have this kind of, I don't obsess over what I look like because I just don't care. But at the same time, if I'm honest about how I feel about how I look, when I look in the mirror, I don't, like, most of the time think I look good. I don't like the way I look most of the time. But I, like, don't care. But then at the same time, if I'm, like, really honest about myself, like, I do care. Like, I feel less worthy of people respecting me or being my friend or liking me. And I've really been feeling it a lot as a teacher. I mean, I just feel like I don't look professional at all. I don't look like an adult. It's really hard for me to make my hair look presentable and to make my clothes look presentable as a professional. And I just feel really unconfident. Like, I feel like awkward and kind of like apologetic about the fact that, oh yeah, like they hired me, like I'm a teacher, but really I don't count because I don't look like a teacher. And so it kind of affects my relationships with like the other adults and with my students. It's like I kind of feel like, oh, like don't look at me, like I don't belong here kind of thing. And I just wish that I didn't feel that way. I also just want to tell you all that you are all stunningly beautiful. So don't even worry, but I know that that's not necessarily helpful to just be like, oh, you're beautiful, so like don't worry about it. Like, there's something in us that worries about it, and it's not even helpful just for people to say, oh, you are beautiful. What's helpful is for people to say, you are more. God made you. So there's, oh, my mom's calling. Okay, just got off the phone with my mom. My favorite color is green. If I was picking a combination of colors, it would be blue and green. I agree with the definition that a nerd fighter is someone who, instead of being made of organs and bones and stuff, is made of awesome. And also, my other definition would be somebody who watches the Vlog Brothers videos. Which, Claire, it's totally fine and cool that you don't. I just really love the Vlog Brothers. Particularly John. I just, like, love him. I just really recommend that you look up John Green's Thoughts from Places videos. Just put that into YouTube. John Green Thoughts from Places, and, like, watch a couple of them. Either that or John Green, Catcher in the Rye, John Green, The Great Gatsby. Like, anytime he's talking about literature or he's doing his Thoughts from Places video, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I love you, basically, is what I feel. So, anyways, I highly recommend him. Yes, read Harry Potter is what I wrote. Okay, so I wrote that before I watched your video, Karis, and I now understand that you legitimately don't probably want to read Harry Potter. But I also wanted to piggyback on what Carrie was saying about it. I have a similar story, kind of. I read up through the 4th Harry Potter when I was in elementary school. Loved it. And then I left my 4th Harry Potter book out in the living room, and my dad picked it up, and he read the first chapter, which, if you've ever read the 4th Harry Potter book, the very beginning of it is very disturbing and just a horrible way to start a book if you want parents to not hate you, basically. My dad freaked out, and I was not allowed to read Harry Potter after that point. And so I was like, okay, I actually accepted that, and I was like, okay, you're right, like, witchcraft is wrong. It is. But anyways, I was like, fine, I won't read Harry Potter. And then, so that was like 4th grade. And then in 9th grade, my best friend's little brother had a birthday party to go see the 4th Harry Potter movie, and I had not even seen any of the other Harry Potter movies because they came out like after I wasn't allowed to watch it anymore. So, but he had this birthday party at the 4th Harry Potter movie in theaters, and I really, really wanted to go to the party, and I kind of was interested in seeing the movie, and so I went, and I fell in love with the movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why did I stop reading Harry Potter? Like, at this point, 5 and 6 had come out, and so basically I was like, you know what, I'm old enough now to sort of make my own decisions, and yes, I think witchcraft is wrong, but I am able to sort of distinguish the good and bad things that are present in these books, and I want to finish them. So I read 5 and 6, loved them, loved them, loved them, waited for 7, read 7 on the day it came out, straight through, took about 12 hours, and yeah, I mean, I've been a huge fan ever since. My friends in high school started a Harry Potter club, and we had an amazing time, went out to a lot of rock shows. I showed those pictures, which also brings me to the point of what's going on in the YouTube community and kind of showing you how surprising it is, because I mean, obviously even just a few weeks ago I was showing pictures, really excited about some of the people that I met, now hearing stories about what sort of went on behind the scenes with some of those people, and it's really sad. Yeah, and I guess that's all I really want to say about that at this point, because it's not necessarily my place to talk about other people's situations, but it's important, I think, for a lot of reasons, but for me that's not directly involved. It is important for me to understand that there's more to people than what meets the eye, and to see that there's a lot of hurting people. There's a lot of people who are misguided, making really, really terrible choices and hurting others and hurting themselves, and to really pray for that in the world. I love the idea of praying for each other on our assigned days. I will do that. Just turn to like an actual song. Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold, that's like a real song. I don't even really know that tune though, but let's see, maybe I can come up with a tune. We're just going to see what happens. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day to seek the pale enchanted gold. The dwarfs of yore made mighty spells, while hammers fell like ringing bells, in places deep where dark things sleep, in hollow halls beneath the bells. For ancient king and elfish lord, there many a gleaming golden hoard. They shaped and wrought and light they caught, to hide in gents' barns hilt of sword. On silver necklaces they strung the flowering stars, on crowns they hung the dragon fire, and twisted wire they meshed the light of moon and sun. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to claim our long forgotten gold. This is probably going to sound way horrible when I listen to it, but it was kind of fun. That was kind of fun. Okay. Bye guys. I hijacked Carrie's day today, so Karis, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.